You're not addicted to social media, you're addicted to the feeling that social media is giving to you. A lot of people, when they try and quit social media, they focus on it too much. They're like thinking like, "Oh, I need to stop scrolling. I need to stop scrolling. I need to stop scrolling." This isn't how you overcome a social media addiction. What you do is you replace the feeling. The feeling that social media is giving to you is like a sense of community and connectedness, right? Because when you're on social media, you're seeing your friends, you're seeing new people, you're getting some sort of sense of social connection, but it's like a very low level. It's like a fast food version of social connection. But like the Michelin star, like the really healthy version of social connection is meeting people in person. It's like getting to know new people, like going outside and like talking to people. So that's what we want to focus on. We want to focus on what the feeling is that social media provides to you and how do we replace that with something better. But here's the thing though, the something better will always take some level of effort. So you have to realize in yourself, like, okay, I need to make this a priority. I need to go outside, communicate with people, meet new people, sign up for that class that I've been thinking about doing. You need to make this an actual priority. And then you also need to learn how to talk to new people. And the way to do that is to use my chat framework. So what you do is you comment on what's around you, you highlight something about yourself, you assess if the other person's interested, and then you toss it back to the other person by asking a question. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you're at a park and the person next to you has a dog. You could be like, "Oh, wow, your dog is so well trained." Obviously, tell the truth here because if you're lying, they'll be able to sense that you're lying. The H, you could highlight something about yourself. You could be like, "Oh, I've always wanted a husky." So now they know something about you, right? Then, based on their body language, you would assess if they're interested. So if it seems like they want to talk to you, a lot of times their body language will open up, or they might say something like they might just continue the conversation. But you can kind of tell if someone's interested in talking to you, and you'll get better at the skill the more and more you develop it. And then the T, you would toss it back to them by asking a question like, "Oh, what kind of dog is he?" So just like that, you started a conversation with someone new, and then from there, you can just get to know them. Because most people they struggle at starting conversations, but they can keep a conversation going. So that's how you meet new people. You get outside and you learn and practice these skills, and that'll take away that feeling that you have of just like wanting to scroll on social media all the time because it's giving you a better version of that feeling. It's showing you that you can have this like connection with people where it's in person. It doesn't have to be on your phone scrolling, watching other people just show the highlight reel of themselves. And I'm not saying that social media is like all negative. I make comedy videos on one of my Instagrams, and some of the most fun I've had is like making these videos. But it's even better when I do it with other people, when like someone's helping me film it or act in it, right? Because it's like the in-person connection will always be better than the digital one. And I think that things are starting to change. I know that like so many people are addicted to social media and it's probably on the rise, but there's also a rise of people who are like starting new community groups and like really trying to get to know people outside of their phones. I think people have realized like this has not been beneficial to us to just be on our phone 24/7. And the way to overcome it is to find something better. Is to get outside, talk to people, and make it a habit because it will be uncomfortable at first. Like you'll have some sort of awkward conversations, but if you just keep at it, then eventually you just develop this skill and like you could do it anywhere. And then you're like, wow, this actually resulted in like a lot of meaningful connections. Like for me, it's resulted in like potential job opportunities, new friendships, dates. It's so exciting because like you don't even know what's going to happen if you just talk to the people around you. Like you might learn something completely new, or they might help you in some way that like you didn't even think was going to happen. Like for me, for my comedy videos, I've met videographers and like actors just by like talking to the people around me, and like they've helped me with videos that ended up going viral. So like just from me just talking to the people around me, like it resulted in something that's really important for my goals. So it's like you don't really know what's going to happen if you just take the step to like get to know people, if you find that community outside of your phone. I really hope this is helpful. And if you're having any trouble like getting outside of your comfort zone, I'll link in a Calendly link for a free first coaching session in the description of this video. And putting yourself out there is never easy, but I promise you that it will be worth it. Life's not easy, but it's worth it. Take care.